So what we did is that we looked into the hindrances, we looked into ekatta, then we looked into how the in-breath, the center will have issues. So when we do that, and how the corruption happens, meaning why we can't do it. So unless we fix that, it's not possible to get into 16 Anāpānasati. So that's not possible. The first step is to see whether we have completed that. Then your mind will be able to be in avikepa, that is undistractedness. So if there is a distraction of any kind, then it is gone. So it will take a considerable amount of time. So the first assumption is that our sati is not broken. 5 sati or 5 sila or 8 sila or whatever we have, including the 227 sila as a monk. So whatever we have taken, we should see whether we are breaking or not breaking. So that itself is samadhi. So first we need to have the samadhi of the sila, and then the sati comes. And when the sati is there, we can work out. So basically, that is what we are supposed to be knowing.
Excuse me.
Yes, go ahead.
I have a doubt.
Sure.
In sutras, I can't give the exact name of that sutra. I can't remember.
Okay.
Then Panatipata Veramani is Punya Bhaga. Panatipata Pativirito is it is the it is for the Bhava Nirodha. Then you said the Veramani is the requirement for the Samadhi.
No. Veramani is not to entertain. Ramani is to entertain. Veramani is not to entertain. So the first step is that we need to remove the dasa akusala, and then we have to drop the kusala also. We have to leave both. First we have to remove the dasa akusala, replace it by kusala. That will become punya bhagya. And after that we have to come to ariya, where we have to leave the punya bhagya also. Because punya bhagya gives rebirth. Like in the Mahachattarisika Sutta, Buddha explains what is Samadhitti, which is Punya Bhagya, and Arya Samadhitti.
Yes.
They are two different. But first we need to have this Punya Bhagya. We can't say that I will directly become Arya. No, that will not work. So it is a step-by-step process. Once our sila is there, we can drop the sila. There's no need for again and again sila. But as long as the sila is not there, we have to create a punya bhagya sila. Okay, so our confusion would be why the sila is required. I can directly do it. Yes, we can try, but it will not work. But when it works, then we don't have to have sila, because that is a punya bhagya. It's not real. So we have to drop that. So the punya bhagya also goes away. So the sankhara, all the three sankharas we have to remove. Number one is apunya abhisankhara, that we have to remove. We have to replace it with punya abhisankhara. Then we have to replace the punya abhisankhara with the anenja abhisankhara. And then we have to drop the anenja abhisankhara also. That is how we need to do. Then sabba sankhara samatho, sabbupadi patinisaggo will happen. So we have to do that. Etan santan, etan panitan will only happen when hello Champika, Tervan Sarnai.
Hello, Tervan Saranai.
Yeah. So we need to go step by step. So
Sure.
Sabba Sankhara Samatha will only happen when we leave Punya Bhagya and the Apunya Bhagya and Anenjabi also. So the jhanas we have to do, but after attaining the jhana, we have to drop the jhana. So without jhana, you can't reach. So you require jhana. But once we attain jhana, we have to drop the jhana. See, all craving has to be stopped. Whether it is punya bhagya, apunya bhagya, you have to drop all craving. Tanhakhayo, virago, nirodho, nibbana. So we have to even drop that. So let's say I can get into the first jhana. Then I can get into second jhana. I can get into third, fourth. I can get into the arupa realm. So I can go up till neva sanyana sanyayatana, let's say. After that, I have to drop it. If I live with neva sanyana sanyayatana, then the mind will, the vinyana will take that. So vinyanam anidasanam, instead of that, it becomes vinyanam niddasanam. Instead of anantam sabbatopabam, it becomes antam and tamo, darkness. Yatta patavi cha apo cha vayo cha tejo na gadati, it will become gadati. Yatta dhigancha rasancha anuthula shubha ashubham, it will be like that only. Yatta namancha rupancha asesam uparujjati, it will be namancha rupancha sesam na uparujjati. Vinyanasa nirodhena, there is no nirodha of vinyana. So there is a rebirth. So it's a step-by-step process. So Veramani is not to entertain. So first we have to establish the sila. If my sila is established, then no required for everyday establishing sila. If I am confident of Buddha Dhamma Sangha, I don't have to everyday recite iti piso bhagava araham and all that. That is not required, because that becomes sila bitta paramasa. That's not required. But till I get it, I have to do it. It's like that. So if I am sotapanna, then I don't require iti piso bhagava dhamma, all that, and then namo tassa bhagavata arahato samma sambuddhas. Nothing of that is required. I can straight away now attempt, because now I have already passed the sotapanna stage. I have to start with the sakadagami. Now I have done sakadagami, then I have to work out on anagami. So every day I don't have to practice. So then I need to light a lamp, and I need to put incense sticks, and I'll say, oh, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. That is not required. But till I get it, it's required. So if I am starting today, all of that is required. If I have already done it, then nothing is required. At Arhat, nothing at all is required, including Buddha Dhamma is not required. He can keep it aside, because he's ended the journey. There's nothing more to be done. So all that he had to do is done. The weight has been kept over. Hope I answered, Bhante. You are on mute if you are wanting to talk.
I understood.
Okay. So,
You
yes, go ahead.
you explained very well.
Thank you.
Yeah, very clear. Yeah, I think that is the way. Yes, because now this pativirato and whatever pativirato or panatipata, but you abstain from doing this akusala dhamma,
Correct.
whatever it is, and
Yes.
yeah, okay, that's fine. Yes, very
Just
well.
like when a
explained.
child goes to the school, he has to learn.
Yes.
But once he has learned, there is no need to again go to the school. Every day you go to the school, not required.
Yes.
Why again go to school? Correct? No, it's already. See, that is the reason Buddha calls Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami as Sekha, trainee.
Train.
And
Sek.
Arhat is Asek. So there's nothing more to learn.
Nothing.
I am Anagami. So I am still a trainee. I am not an Arhat. So I
Yes.
can't do anything. I have to learn. I have to keep on learning. So I require sometimes the mind goes here and there. Then I have to say iti piso bhagava araham samma sambuddho. That is required. Otherwise the mind goes somewhere. But for an Arhat, why he should say samma sambuddho, samma
Yes.
sambuddho? That is not required. His disease is cured. Dukkha is gone. So what is the point in again doing anything? Not required. But if I am not even Sotapanna, Puttujana, now what I should tell him? I should tell him, look, are you a Neya? Are you a Padaparma? So first check whether you are a Padaparma. Padaparma is a person who cannot understand Dhamma. Okay, then what you do, you take a flower and put it on the feet of the Buddha. And take an incense and then put it in front of the Buddha. And then you say, Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. But I know I am a Neya. And if I know I am a Neya, and then I need the teaching, because I can understand the teaching. I will ask the teacher, tell me a simple teaching so that I can understand. Kalyana Mitra Sevane. So I will go and find a Kalyana Mitra. The teacher is a Kalyana Mitra. So I will go and ask him, and I understand. Now I get it, sir. Thank you. That shows that I am a Neya. Now, if I am a Vipachitanyu, then only one line is sufficient. Yam kinchi samudaya dhammam sabbam tam nirodha dhammam iti. Okay, done. Thank you. Over. Nothing more to talk. What is there to talk? So he'll say, I got it. He's Sotapanna. Over. Nothing more to learn. Then Ugatitanyu. The first type. What is required? Yo dhammam pasati, somam pasati. Over. He has understood. So, depending upon where I am, I need to see whether I require a big teaching, a small teaching, morality, samadhi, panya, which side of morality, which samadhi, which panya, all that is required. So, the Nikayas are also defined in the same way. Anguttara Nikaya is one, Khuddaka Nikaya has another one, then Diga Nikaya, Majjhima Nikaya, Sanyukta Nikaya, it's on 5 Indriyas. Somebody has Saddha Bala, somebody has Virya Bala, somebody has Samadhi Bala, somebody has Panya Bala, somebody has Sati Bala. So the Nikayas are also on that. So if I am having a Saddha Bala, I don't require the other Nikayas. No, that's not required. I only have to read 1 or 2 Diga Nikaya, and that Saddha Bala will take care. I don't require any other thing. So let's say I read DN1, Brahmajala Sutta, and I read Samannapala Sutta. Sufficient. Nothing more is required. I need to practice as per that. Over. Anguttara Nikaya, there is a particular kind of individual. For that person, Anguttara Nikaya is. So all the suttas, I don't have to read. I have to find out what is my mental state. My state. So then I need to read. So accordingly, the sila has to be established. If I am a kind where I am a Neya, I will not do 5 immoral things. I will not kill my parent, father, not kill the mother. I will not harm the Buddha. Anyway, Buddha is not there. I will not kill an Arhat. Okay. Like that, I will not do. So, if you see today, I'm not killing anything. So, I am already a Neya. I am not a Padaparma. So, depending upon the type of Neyya, I need to read that particular sutta, and that's all. So the Punya Bhagya is based upon what is my mental state, whether I am a fast learner or a slow learner. That is also there in the sutta. There is a Dhandha Bhinya, one who is very slow, and Dukkha. He has to take a lot of effort. We need to see all of that. And then only I know, can I practice Anāpānasati or not? This much I need to know. Then Anāpānasati is okay. Otherwise, no Anāpānasati. So let's see whether we are able to do it, whether we are a Neyya or a Padaparma or a Ugatitanyu, Vipachitanyu, what are we, will come to know. Yes, Champika, you have any questions? We started without you.
To some extent, I'm a bit confused. How do I know my character?
Thank you. So how do you know your character? Very good question. Good question. That should be the question. Actually, I appreciate that question. So how do I know my character? So when I see someone, if I'm liking that person, liking anything in that, that means I'm either a Puttujana or a Sotapana.
Or a Putuja.
Okay. Because both will be acting the same. Meaning, if somebody is feeling irritated, Puttujana also will get irritated, Sotapana also will get irritated. Puttujana also gets angry, Sotapana also gets angry. Puttujana also dislikes, Sotapana also likes and dislikes. So Kamachanda Vyapada is there in both of them. Now what is the difference? Then he is equivalent to Puttujana. No. What happens here is that he knows that he shouldn't be like that. After it has happened, he gets upset and then he says, why am I getting upset? I shouldn't get upset. The Puttujana will be upset. So he will start to reflect. I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be doing that, I shouldn't be doing this. Then he keeps on looking at the qualities of the Buddha, then the Dhamma, then the Sangha and the Sila. Let's say Puttujana drinks. Sotapanna will not drink. He was drinking, but he stops drinking. Okay. Now, he also finds out, oh, why should I see a woman like this? Or if it's a female, that female will think, why should I look at a man like this? In a sexual context, why should I look? So they stop. Okay. Like if I take my own family, the last time I ever had any kind of deep intimacy with my wife is in 2010. Now we are in 2023. Nothing is there. She is one Dhamma friend. And she is not even my wife. We don't consider each other as husband and wife. Okay. So if somebody asks, do you have a family? Conventionally, I will say I have a family. But in real sense, I know I don't have a family. She also knows that she doesn't have a family. Okay. Now I treat really this woman as my mother. And she treats me like a child. Exactly like a child. She feeds, she does everything for me. Except for being a wife. No wife. We don't have anything called as a wife. And no husband. So if you come to my home, it's like a monastery. Only my mother-in-law, so when Sadda Ajiva wanted to come, I said, my mother-in-law is there, she will not feel that comfortable. If she was not there, I would have told you, come stay with us only. You don't have to go anywhere.
Thank you.
Okay. But because of mother-in-law, I'm not able to host him. Otherwise, I want him to stay here only, no problem. As many days as he wants. He's another Dhamma friend, so we can do that. So this change will automatically happen. So from a Sotapanna, if I am a Sotapanna, this change can be seen. And if I'm a Sakadagami, there is no possession. I don't possess anything at all. Honestly, I don't possess anything. Okay. So now wife is a possession. I don't feel. I have a son. He's a doctor. But he also doesn't treat me as a father, nor I treat him as a son. If somebody asks, do you have a son? I say yes. But in real sense, I don't see him as a son. I see him as an individual in this samsara who is trying to search how to get rid of it. So we three are Dhamma friends. So if another person joins in my home, is another Dhamma friend. There's nothing like Bhante coming or some Thero coming or whatever. It's all Dhamma friend. That's only a designation. So Saddha Jiva Thero is a designation. Thero is a designation, a title. But actually, he is a Dhamma friend, Kalyana Mitra, that's all. So it doesn't matter whether he comes, you come, or Nayak comes. No problem. Or if I come there, shouldn't be a problem.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, that's all what it is. So whatever we can prepare food. So Pachavekana, number one, Pindapata, we have to eat. Nothing anybody can do. Whether you are a Arhat also you have to eat, Anagami also have to eat, and Sakadagami also have to eat, and Sotapanna also have to eat, and Puttujana also have to eat. Fine. Shelter. You require somewhere to stay. Stay. So the difference between a Sotapanna and a Anagami, Puttujana and Sakadagami is that Puttujana is very much possessive. Sotapanna is little bit possessive, not like a this Puttujana, but whereas Sakadagami is non-possessive. He doesn't possess anything. In his mind, he doesn't possess. He doesn't have anything called as possession. In outside, he might possess. He might have car, he might have something or whatever is there, not there, it doesn't matter. Is there, let's say. Doesn't matter. Anagami has no Kamachanda and Vyapad. So this is the difference. Okay. And I can see, yes, these changes have happened. If I were to ask this woman who has married me, who had married me, now we're not marriage, who had married me, if I ask her, between then and now, do you find any difference? And she will tell. It's better to ask her, because she is the person who is staying with me. I don't have to go and ask a Thero. Tell me, Thero, whether I'm a Sotapanna or a Sakadagami or Anagami or Arhat. I should know myself. And the person who is staying with me, I should ask that person, hey, what do you think? Am I like this? Do I get angry? Do I get upset? Do I feel sexually attached to something? Not there. Okay. So then the Anāpānasati, the Anāpāna is working. So we have to check whether we are a householder or we are a recluse, meaning we are a Bhante or a Bhikkhu, or I am part of a family. It doesn't matter. Rule is the same. Only thing is, a lay follower has 5 precepts and the Bhikkhu has a 227 Vinaya. And that's the difference. So if I want to become a monk, then I have to go by the Patimokha. But let's say I just want to do it. Without that, I can do it. No, there is in the chitta vagga, there is a chitta, the person chitta. He becomes anagami and beyond without any problem. He is a family member. Has a family. But that chitta, the way he answers the question, there's one sutta where a bhikkhu comes and asks, Buddha keeps on talking about this. I want to ask this question. What do you say? You're a householder. He says, Nelango seta pachado ekato vattati rato anegam passa ayantam chinnasotam abandhananti. This is the 4-line riddle. Nelanga is iron like a door. Seta pachado. Seta is white, Shweta. Pachado is the flag hosting. Ekato vattati ratho. There's only one in the ratha, in the circle of that, there's only one rod. Anigham, anigha. Anigha is, nigha is obstacle. Anigha is no obstacle. Pacha ayantam. Ayanta is a person who has moved the anta. He has gone from this side to that side. One who has pacha ayantam, who has moved to other side. Chinna sotam abandhananti. Tell me who is this who has crossed over? And his answer is beautiful. And at the end he says, I have never seen a householder explaining something so profound like this. He asked this. It's a very nice sutta, beautiful sutta. It talks about langi. It's about langi. Langi means iron bar. So if you were to throw the iron bar and come out of it, and you can be a householder, no problem, but you will get released. So that is how we need to do. So hope your confusion is solved.
Yeah, it's a profound answer. Thanks so much.
Yeah, there is that sutta. It's a beautiful sutta.
Yeah.
What is the name of the sutta, Bhante?
Wait, I'll tell you. I can tell you.
Chitta Gruhapati.
Yeah, chitta in the chitta vagga. So I will tell you.
Chitta Gahapati Sutta Sutra something.
Wait, don't worry, I'll tell you.
Okay, right.
I have answers for everything. I just have to search in my database. Patama Kama Bhusutta. SN 41.5. Sanyukta Nikaya 41.5.
41.5.
41.5.
0.5. 05.
No, 41.5.
0.5.
5. Just
okay.
5. 41.5.
0.5. Okay. Right.
Nelango seta pachado ekaro vattati ratho anigam passa ayantam chinnasotam abandhananti. So his answer also I'll read, so it becomes very easy. Okay.
Yes.
Nelanganti ko banthe sila metam adivachanam. Seta pachadoti ko banthe vimuktiya etam adivachanam. Ekaroti ko bante satiya etam adivachanam. Vattati ko bante abhikama patikama settam adivachanam. Rattatoti ko bante ime sattam chatu mahabhutakayasya adivachanam. Mata pettika sambhava odanukumma sa pachayasa anichu uchadana parimadhana bhedana vidham sandha Sandhamas Rago ko bante nigo ko doso nigo moho nigo. Te khinasava bhikkhuna pahina uchinna mula talavatta kata anabhavankata ayatim anuppadhamma. Tasma khino bhikkhu anigoti uchati. Ayantanti ko bante arhato etam adivachanam sototi ko bante tanha etam adivachanam. So khinasava bhikkhuno pahina uchinna mula talavatta anabhavankata ayatim anuppadhamma. Tasma khinasavo bhikkhu chinna soto uchati. So then he says, Rago ko bhante bandhanam doso bandhanam moho bandhanam. So abandhananti is one who has removed raga dvesha moha. So iti ko bhante yam tam bhagava uttam nelango seta pachado ekaro vatati rato anegam passa ayantam chinna sotam abandhananti. Imassa ko bhante bhagavata sankithena bhasitassa evam vitharena attham ajanami. That means I have explained what Buddha has explained in a very short verse. I have explained a complete. So he says in the end that Bhikkhu says, Labha te gahapati, suladham te gahapati, yasach te gambhire, Buddha vachane, panya chakku kameti iti. That means you have understood Buddha Dhamma completely. There is nothing more to be done. So this is in the Gahapati Vagga.
Yes.
Householder. That's it. So there's nothing like a householder cannot do. You can do. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether I'm a monk or I'm not a monk. It doesn't matter. So if we were to understand what he's trying to say in this, Nelang iti ko bante silam metam adivachanam. So now the iron bar can be removed only if you have sila. The first thing is sila. So Bhante, to answer to your question, first Panati Pata Veramani Sikka Padam Samadhiyami will first remove that iron bar. Because that is the jail or that is the prison. These 5 sila, not keeping the sila is a prison for a householder. So I have to first understand I am in a prison. That itself I don't know. I am in a prison. I always consider like this. I'll give you an example. This is my practice. What I think all the time. Let us say there is one convict or a person who has been caught and going to be jailed. And when he is jailed, they tell him he is 20-year-old and he has done a juvenile. Juvenile means as a young age he has done something. So the judge says, look, my dear friend, you have been proven guilty that you have killed so many people. So we will do one thing. We will hang you to death when you turn 50. Till the time you can enjoy. Whatever you want in the jail, you can enjoy. And they will live within the jail compound. I feel his life is much better than mine. I will tell you why. I am also on my, whenever hanging is going to happen, I don't know. The judge has not told me tomorrow you will be hanged. But I know I will be hanged. They have said till you are hanged, you keep on going wherever you want in this jail. Isn't this a jail? It's a jail. See, morning you have to prepare breakfast. Then you have to prepare lunch. Then you have to prepare dinner. Then you have to wear clothes. Then you have to wash the clothes. Then you have to go to the toilet. Then you have to do the urination. Then you have to do that pieces also. Brushing the teeth. And again, you have to read Buddha Dhamma. You have to study for earning money. Then you have to take care of the family. Then they will die. If you are alive, they will die. If you are dead, then they are in worry what to do. And everybody is on the death sentence. Not even one person can say they are not on death sentence, whether they are monks or they are householders. Same punishment. Hang till death. All have the same punishment. All. But we don't know when. It can be right now. It can be after 50 years. We don't know. Whenever that comes, they say that judge, that police will come, or that superintendent will come and will say, Vilas, your turn. Nothing I can do. At least that person's life is good. For 30 years, he doesn't have to worry about death. In my case, every moment I have to worry that the death is near. How? Every breath going out is death. And nothing I can do. Birth is starting of the breath. Death is stopping of the breath. In between, so-called jail life. We are in the prison. How does it matter? Prison is a prison. Isn't it or not? To escape, you have to read Buddha Dhamma. Correct? So the sila will help me in going into another good prison. A better prison. That is also prison, but better. This prison is a problem. You have to start with the womb entry. There is no womb entry. And lot of luxury. That's it. But still a prison. Still a prison. So it doesn't matter. That prison or this prison. Prison is a prison. So do I see it like a prison? If yes, then I have penetrated the dukkha, the first noble truth, jati pi dukkha. Because it's a prison. What else is prison? Can you do what you want? No. Will you get what you want? No. You will lose all that you have. You lose health. You lose wealth. You lose relationships. You lose everything. What you have, everything is taken away. Everything is taken away. Father and mother will not stay together. They either get divorced or they will die. Gone. Brother, sister, young age, they fight. Middle, they love each other. Then they separate with their life. Gone. Wife, same problem. Husband, same problem. Children, same problem. Friends, same problem. We all are prisoners. Nobody can do anything except being in prison. What else is there? Nothing else is there. So it doesn't matter how much Dhamma I know, how much Sutta I know. That is not the main thing. How much I have taken inside is what matters. I can give you a big discourse on each sutta. That is not going to help. I can talk very well. That also is of no use. What is of use is how much I have understood. Because I am in prison. And the judge can give the decision right now. When I sleep, the death can come. Nothing anybody can do. Such a danger. Adhinav. So we have to have Nissarana, escape. So we have to look at the Nelanga Seta Pachado Ekaro Vattati Ratho. The Ratha, chariot, is required. What chariot? The four elements with food is the chariot. It will be destroyed. I can't carry the chariot forever. It will either fall by itself or it will get destroyed. So it will go away, break away. So what is that I can do is remove the greed, hatred, delusion. Raga, Dvesha, Moha. Because I'm a prisoner, now I know I'm in a prison, and the Moha is gone. So Anagami stage is one when you have penetrated that you are in the prison. So there is no Raga and Dvesha. Clear. Only Avidya is there. Other than that, nothing is there. So I can now relax. Okay, Raga is not there. Dvesha is not there. What is there to do Dvesha? Everybody is dying only. Nobody is living. Everybody is in the prison. So now I've seen the prison. It's a prison. Like the Champika, your house you are sitting, it's a prison. This house, this room is a prison. What else is prison? And the Bhante sitting in there also is a prison. Naik sitting somewhere is also a prison. Naik was not like this 20 years ago. But now he looks aged. I look without hairs. So that what it shows. It's very near. The judge can give the judgment anytime. And that's it. No, I can't say no. I can't say tomorrow I'll finish my work. Please, sir, give me 1 day. Nothing is given. So with that, I need to practice Anāpānasati. That is the sati. You get sati 100%. And the sila takes care of the sati. And once you have sati, I can drop the sila because it's automatic. Now I don't have to practice sila. I don't have to practice that panati pata veramani, adinadana veramani, abrahmacharya veramani, like that. I don't have to recite. Not at all required. Even if a woman comes and she removes all her clothes, I will be watching like this. This poor lady doesn't know that she is a prisoner. How can I make her understand? Out of compassion, I can do something, but that's all. I can't do anything other than that. So there would be genuine tears for her if she is trying to seduce me, and I can say, lady, what are you doing? Are you in your senses? She says, oh, I look so beautiful. Okay. But if the death comes now, are you beautiful? Forget death. If you're vomiting, are you beautiful? When you're urinating, are you beautiful? When you're going to toilet, are you beautiful? When you're menstruating, are you beautiful? If you're not bathing, are you beautiful? What is beautiful there? Not even one hole is beautiful. Forget it. Not worth it. So, we get what? Asara. So, anatta is asaro, no essence. Atta is sara. Anatta is no sara. Anatta lakkana has been seen. So, a person can see anicca dukkha anatta in whichever way, and he or she can become a sotapanna because the sakkaya ditti is gone. So he is protected. He or she is protected now that they will not be reborn in a lower existence. And at Sakadagami, he will have only one existence. Bhava, one. Then Anagami, no womb entry. Okay, very good. But still, entry is there. If that is also removed, no prison. Very released. out of the prison. So Nelango Seta Pachado Ekaro Vatati Rato, the 4 line is so beautiful, so beautiful. It's a very, very nice one. Okay, coming back to Anāpānasati. So I can do Anāpānasati provided I have sila. That will give rise to samadhi. So the vikhepa, the distractedness of the chitta, and from chitta to vijnana khanda will not happen. So you are going back from vijnana to the previous one, mana indriya. Then you are going back, mana ayatana. Then you are going back to pandara. Then pandara to adayam. Adayam to mano. And then to chitta. So this is the backward. So when I have the chitta without any color at all, then it is awareness, pure awareness. Just awareness. In that, no raga, dvesha, moha exist. That is released. Chittam yasyana kampati. So with the dying moment, there is no kampana, shaking. Chittam yasyana kampati. Asokam virajam khemam. Etam mangalam uttamam. This is a Mangala Sutta. Very Mangala. So even with a family life, I can die peacefully, knowing where I am going. So there is no fear of death. Anāpānasati gives you fearlessness. The Mara is the fear. So you have taken the Mara out. There is no Mara. Out of the 10 armies of the Mara, fear Bhiru is the Mara. Is one of the army of the Mara. So that is gone. So now you can relax. Okay. Death is certain, but you know where you are going. We all fear death because we don't know where we are going. So now that you know your house, where you are going, there is no need. So, Aneka jati sansaran sandhavisan aninbisan gahakarak gavesanto dukkha jati punapana. So that verse, what Buddha says, you can really experience that how this whole thing works. Okay. So the next one. Now what happens is that there is, when I sit for meditation, the mind starts running backwards. Atita anudhavanam chittam vikkepa anupattitam samadhissa paripantho. So what it means, when I am meditating, suddenly I start seeing that, oh, in my past what I was doing. Yesterday what I was doing, 1 month ago what I was doing, and I feel very happy that I am able to remember everything. But that is a paripantho, obstacle. Drop it immediately. There is no need to go back. The more back I go, that becomes a nimitta. Then I get anagata pati sankhanam chittam vikampitam samadhissa paripantho. That means anagata, future. So I went into the past and I'm going into the future. Oh, future, tomorrow what will happen? Then gone. Leenam chittam kosajja anupattitam samadhissa paripantho. So kosajja means literally sleepy. This, you have to beat that person. Hey, come on, do something. It gets into leenam. Leenam kosajja. Leena is sluggish. Kosajja is completely sleepy. It's again a distraction to the samadhi. And Atipaghitam chittam udacha anupattitam. That means somebody says something and he gets restless. He's not able to sit anywhere. He sits, he stands, he walks, everything is disturbed. That is again a overstrained mind, overly worked up. That is again is issue to samadhi. Abhinatam chittam raganupattitam. Samadhi is a paripanto. Vyapada also is another one. So we get a craving, a desire that I need to get into jhana, or I need to get into peaceful state of mind, or whatever it is, that is a raga, or I will get into advesha. So these are the 18 kind of obstacles we have seen from yesterday. We have to remove all this paripantha, meaning hindrances, other than those hindrances, 8 hindrances. We have to now address the chitta's hindrance. That we need to address. The chitta is in having hindrance. So, he says, Atita anudhavanam chittam anagata pati kankanam leenam atipaghitam abhinnatam apanatam chittam na samadhiyati cha eta upakilesa Anāpānasatis samadhis yehi upakilitta sankappo adichittam na pajanati. So this ends that a person who has this obstacle of past, atita, or the future, anagata, or has a very sluggish, lean, or overstrained mind, or looking for pleasure, then such mind, such chitta, cannot attain samadhi. So we need to see whether we have all of this. So when I say so sato va asasati, sato va pasasati, dhigam va asasanto asasamiti pajanati, rasam va santo asasamiti pajanati. So now I need to see whether I have all of these 18. Then it will not work. That satipatthana or the Anāpānasati sutta will only work if I don't have any one of these. Otherwise it will not work. No samadhi is established. So then the question comes, what is the point in doing Anāpānasati? Anāpānasati is the only thing which you can get rid of the whole thing. That is, it is good for Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, Arhat. So the only thing I need to work out is on obstacles, sila. Second one is the Indriya Samvara. So I need to do the Indriya Samvara. Then I need to remove the hindrance. If I remove the hindrance, then the mind is gladdened. Pamujja. Then I am on the good track. So now he goes and say that what should be done? It's a very big one. Actually, are we ready for this? I don't know. The next section. These 18 ones.
Can I disturb you for a while?
Yeah, why not? Go ahead.
In that you said that those hindrances and obstacles, as first you mentioned as those as the raga, dvesha, moha. And then when you come to the next section, you explain that as thinking about future, thinking about past, and being sluggish, and etc. So it's a bit difficult to not bit. It is rather difficult to get rid of raga, dvesha, moha, but
Right.
not thinking about past or future. It is possible.
Yes.
So what's the difference between those type two types of obstacles? Either we have it is not a fact that we can't get rid of raga, dvesha, moha, but it is practically we can do, not thinking about the past and future, and the
Right.
other obstacles.
Yes.
So what do we have? What's the real approach should be?
Okay. So let me answer to you this way. Raga Dvesha Moha is a overall. If you look at Nibbana, is Raga Khayo, Dosa Khayo, Moha Khayo.
Yeah.
Right. So that is Nibbana. Now taking that, we are coming into each section, which is somehow associated with Raga Dvesha Moha. In one way or the other, they are associated with Raga Dvesha Moha. So if we start working on the obstacle, that will also remove Raga Dvesha Moha.
Okay.
Correct.
Got it. Yeah.
So the first chakra, that is the first circle, then the second circle, then third circle, like that, if we start working out, we find that the obstacles are nothing but the asavas which are there. So if we take the Paticca Samutpada, the asava pachaya avidya, avidya pachaya sankhara. The asavas are the, say, let us say, the kama asava, bhava asava, avidya asava, ditya asava. 4 asavas, if we take, all the 4 of them have raga, dvesha, moha. Okay, avidya itself is moha. Okay, now to remove the moha, you have to first look at the hindrance. So we have to work on the hindrance. So I have kamachanda, but I have to work out something to make it nekkhamma. I have vyapada, I have to do something to make it abhyapada. I have thinamida, then I have to do something to do with the aloka sanya. Then I have udacha kukucha, I have to do something to remove that. I have visikicha, then I have to do something to remove visikicha. Like that. So I need to see how do I replace this with that. See, nekkhamma has to be replaced with kamachanda. Okay, so the samma sankappo is that nekkhamma sankappo. Why nekkhamma sankappo? Because I have to get nibbidda, disillusionment. Nibiddhaya, viragaya, nirodhaya, upasamaya, abhinyaya, sambodhaya, nibbana. So this is a step. If nibiddha happens, viraga happens. If viraga happens, nirodha happens. If nirodha happens, upasama happens. If upasama happens, abhinya happens. If abhinya happens, sambodha happens. If sambodha happens, nibbana happens. Right. So for that, I need to get rid of the obstacle. But they are all within the raga, dvesha, moha only.
Yeah. That is clear.
So it is not outside that. And hence I told that overall is raga, dvesha, moha, but we have to remove each obstacle by obstacle, which will then remove the raga, dvesha, moha itself.
Yeah. Clear. Thanks so much.
Sure. So the next section is very difficult. So I don't know whether we should attempt right now or should we leave it for our practice. Our practice, what should be our practice? So there are various ways of practicing. Number one, breath watching. How do you watch the breath? Is the question. Now, in that same section, Anāpānasati Katha, there is a Sariputta explaining how should you watch the breath. Like he gives an example, there's a tree and you are taking a saw and you are cutting it. You should not see the saw going inside and coming out, inside and coming out. Only should see the touch. Nothing else. In the nose, wherever the breath is touching, I should only notice a touching. Passa. Passa Pachaya Vedana. This you will see. In the Vedana, you will have Raga, Dvesha, Moha. So, Adukha Asukha Vedana is Moha. Dukkha Vedana is the Dvesha. Sukha Vedana is the Raga. Okay. Now, when I start seeing it like that, after few moment or hours or whatever it is, what will happen is that it is two things like this. This is you. This is the breath going up, down, up, down. And you are not breathing. But only the Kaya Sankhara is happening. Asapasa. First time when you get it, you'll see, I don't breathe at all. I got nothing to do with breathing. It's only Kaya Sankhara. Then you'll see Vachi Sankhara, Vitakka Vichara. Then you see Mano Sankhara, Vedana Sanya. So the Sanya perception, Yam Vedeti Tam Sanjanati. Now you don't have a Vedana, there is no Sanya. If you have a Vedana, there is a Sanya. Yam Vedeti Tam Sanjanati. Yam Sanjanati Tam Vitakketi. Yam Vitakketi Tam Papancheti. Yam Papancheti Tato Tam Nidanam Purisa. Papancha Sanya Sankha Samudacharanti. Atita Anagata Pachuppannesu. Chakku Vinyanesu Rupesu. So, if we were to break that up, Chakuncha Paticha Rupecha Upajati Chakku Vinyana. With the eye and the sight comes eye consciousness. So, when I see you, there is eye consciousness as in Vinyana, not in the Chitta. So, I now recognize you as Champika, not as Patavi Apo Tejo Vayu. I am recognizing you as Champika. Tinna Sangati Passo. Now the Passa has happened. What happens? If there is a Passa, there is a Sukha Vedana. I met Champika, Sukha Vedana. I am meeting Nayak. He keeps on asking me many questions, Dukkha Vedana. And Bhante, now he is neutral because he is Bhante. I can't say anything to him. Because I am a lay follower, he is a monk. So I can't say anything to him. He's a Thero. I can't say anything. So it is neutral. But that is wrong. It's a wrong Vedana. Because I am recognizing it as Saddajiva Thero. That's wrong. I am recognizing you as Champika. That's again wrong. I am recognizing as Nayak. It's again wrong. Instead of Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu, Akasa and Vinyana. Che Dhaturo, I am Bhikkave. I am Puriso. If you call a person, it is only 6 elements. I am seeing it like a person because it's a Vinyana. Wrong Jnana. V plus Jnana. Without Jnana. Without wisdom. It's just recognizing, cognizing. I cognize it as Champika. Now if I take Champika, Sukha Vedana, Yam Vedeti Tam Sanjanati. Now I come up with a perception that Champika is good. Yam sanjanati tam vitakketi. Now I start thinking. Yam vitakketi tam papancheti. Now I make story. Champika is like this and like that. Oh, she is so good. She understands Dhamma, this, that. Yam papancheti tato nidanam purisa. Nidana is the origin. This person, this Vilas, now makes a story out of Champika. What does he do? Papancha sanya sankha. Sankha is a designation. Papancha sanya. That is, the story sanya. Perception of the story is now stored. Samudacharanti. Samudaya. Arising. It's now arisen as story of Champika. Charanti moves along. So he now goes wherever he goes, he talks about Champika. Past, Champika was like this. Future, Champika will be like this. Pachuppanna, presently, Champika is like this. With what? Chakku vinyanesu rupesu. That is the problem. The raga comes there. This is the whole exercise of raga. So what I should do? Don't make story.
Yeah.
If there is no story, there is no raga.
True.
So my practice should be what? My practice should be dhatu vibhanga. Actual practice is dhatu vibhanga. Then I do the Anāpānasati, like in the Maharahulavada Sutta. That is a good sutta to practice, not this. This sutta is not the practice. This is a theory. Practice is MN 62, Rahulavada Sutta. That's the only sutta where you get every kind of practice, including Anāpānasati. That is what we need to do. Rahulavada Sutta. Because there we'll come to know the dhatu. Completely dhatu, including the 5 aggregates. Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. Because when I do this, I need to leave out Rupa. Then I have to cut Vedana. Then I have to cut Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. In the breath. Then it works. So, theoretically I can understand. Oh, this obstacle, this is this, this is that. But practically, what should I do? How will I practice for the whole day? I might understand the sutta. But how do I practice? How do I get it? So, first I have to practice Maharahulavada Sutta. Then come to this. That will help me. That the practice sutta is Maharahulavada Sutta. For this, that's a practice. This is a very good explanation of everything by Sariputta. It's a very good explanation, but I can't practice this directly. So I can take only one section where Sariputta says, how should you practice? So you should look at the tree cutting. The saw is entering, going out, entering, just like in the Māsatipatthana Sutta, Buddha explains, Bhamakaro va bhamakarante vasiva. So, like a apprentice of a carpenter who is looking at how long is this wood. And then he goes in the front. Then he measures. Okay. Then he comes back. The wood is not moving. Only his hand is moving. In the same way, if you see the touch, the breath is not moving. The breath is moving, but you are not moving with the breath. Generally, we move with the breath. So the wood should be kept as it is. He goes long, this is long, and this is short, this is short, this is long. Digamba, rasamba. Is it long or is it short? Oh, this is short. Oh, this is a very short turn. The breath is gone and coming out. It's a short turn. Oh, this is a long turn. This is a short turn. So first it will be long as the thoughts keeps on falling down and the sixth sense door starts to close. The first sense door which will close is tongue sense door. Stops. The saliva production will stop. The second sense door which will stop is nose. No smelling. The third sense door which will stop is eye sense door, because you have closed your eyes, let's say. Eye sense door. And the fourth sense door which will stop is the ear sense door. The fifth sense door which will stop is the kaya, the body sense door. The sixth sense door which will stop the entire process is mano, mind sense door. Manancha paticca dhammecha upajjati manovinnyanam tinna sangati phasso phasapachaya upekha. Ends. So, passam bhayankaya sankharam asasisameti sikkati. Passam bhayankaya sankharam passasisameti sikkati. Now the body, kaya, which is six senses plus this physical body, is now stopped. The engine has stopped completely. Now I can do ajjatta bahidda. Iti ajjattam va kaye kayanupassi viharati. Bahidda va kaya kayanupassi. So I can know what is a kaya. Nama kaya, rupa kaya, two kaya. So I know nama kaya includes phassa, vedana, sanya, chetana, manasikara. And the rupa kaya includes the patavi, apo, tejo, vayu, varna, rasa, gandha, oja. Now I can see. If there is a patavi, there is going to be a varna. Color is going to be there. Everywhere you see, patavi has a color. If it's a apo, there's a rasa. If there is a tejo, there is oja. There is a vayu, there is a gandha. And hence it is upadaya rupa. It is derived from patavi, apo, tejo, vayu. Now I can see, oh, if I see Champika, she has a color, patavi. Her saliva, my saliva, Bhante saliva, Nayak saliva is saliva. Oh, there is no Bhante. There is no Champika. There is no Nayak. What an experience. It's just water. Apo. Rasa. Some rasa is coming out. Then Tejo. Ojas is there. Nutrients. So your body is prepared from food. My body is also prepared from food. Bhante's body is prepared from food. Everybody's body is prepared from food. Sabbe satta aharatika. Every satta is made out of ahara. Ahara samudaya, rupa samudaya. Now I understood. There's nothing there. Now my Anāpānasati is very good. Now if I touch here, no breath. Stop. So no vachi sankhara. And hence no feeling and no perception. No mano sankhara. So now I know attikayoti va panasasati pachupattita hoti yavad eva jnanamattaya. Now I have got the knowledge. Yavad eva jnanamattaya. This is the knowledge. Two kayas, namakaya, rupakaya. And I've seen how the breath goes, how the breath goes in, comes out, goes in, comes out. So I've understood how it happens. Patisati mattai. I'm seeing the patisati. Pati bonding with sati. Sati is mindfulness, awareness. Pati sati mattaya, only bonding for the sake of sati. Anisitocha viharati. Nissana means going with that. Anisito means not going with that. I don't go with that. I don't take it. Anisitocha viharati. Vihara means is to stay. Viharati. Nachikinchi loke upadiyati. No creation of any loka. Loka is the six senses. So no loka. Like when we go to sleep, there's no loka. I slept, ear has slept, nose has slept, the tongue has slept, the body has slept, and the mind has slept. Over. Finished. No loka. If there's a loka, there is an identification. Now there is no loka. Nachikinchi loke upadiyati evam eva bhikkhu kaye kaya anupassi viharati. Now I have done anupassana. So started with samatha, went into vipassana, then ended in anupassana. So I got what? Sammadhiti. Anupassana leads to sammadhiti. So this is what I can do. So when I do this, the Vedana Anupassana is happening, the Chitta Anupassana is happening, the Dhamma Anupassana is happening. All the four Satipatthana is happening. That gives rise to Sammapadhana, Sammapadhana to Chattaro Iddipada to will give rise to Pancha Indriya gives rise to Panchabala to Sattabhujjanga to Arya-Attangika Maggo, and when it completes, it cuts the defilements. Finished. So this is the practice using Maharahulavada Sutta plus Anāpānasati Katha. Yes, Nayak, you said something.
No, I confirmed what you said.
Okay, good. So that is a practice to be done. Otherwise, we will be talking theory of this whole thing. I can teach you the whole theory, but I want all of us to practice also. That is more important than the theory. I can tell you Pali, I can give you the meanings, I can do everything. But you will enjoy only when you practice.
Certainly, yes.
Otherwise, it will be a good information. Maybe you might appreciate me for my knowledge, but that is of no use.
That is true.
Yeah. So the practice should be Maharahulavada Sutta. That's a practice.
Now, shall we discuss some of our, experiences with you?
Yes,
and,
why not?
Correct our path.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, now, most respectfully, I will call you Vilas.
Okay.
Now, because now you are our guru, so
Okay.
we have to be very respectful to you. Now, I have been practicing Anāpānasati and other meditation also. Now, we go through this process, and we used to come across all these hindrances. Most of these hindrances, what you said, but we don't categorize this as this is this, this is that, and all that, but identify them as they come, identify them as a hindrances, and just forget about it and go through the process. And finally, you come to a state where you don't feel your body, and you don't get into the sounds. Sounds are there, but you don't consider them. And finally, and state comes where you feel you don't feel your body, and a kind of very calmful status. And that is all. We used to remain there, and I did not go into the steps that you said. Look at Ajat Bahit. And in fact, this new thing that I learned from you. Now, always what happens is come to the state where you feel very comfortable. I think that is the samadhi, and stay there. That's all. So
No, that is
now
good. Yes, sir. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, now I think hereafter what I have to do is, look into the Ajat Bahid. I did not do it, but it eventually comes to the idea that okay, there is nothing, nobody is doing this, is happening.
Yes.
It is just happening. There is no doer.
That is correct. There is no doer. So
Yeah, no doer.
correct.
And that's all you feel. And I think then in the sutta, this in Satipatthana, I think this 16th step also is a kind of continuation of the first Satipatthana.
Correct.
Because four steps that's Kayanupasana. And from Kayanupasana, then you go into Chittanupasana.
Correct.
Right? So now I think how to look at this now before Ajat Bahid, I think that is what is that the other step?
Pasambhayam kaya sankharam.
No. Pasambhaya Kaya Sankarang is the last one of the first Satipatthana, four Satipatthana. So you come to that state, you can feel it.
Correct.
So you come to that state because your breath come to very
Subtle.
minute level, subtle.
Very subtle.
Yes. So, and then only you feel you don't feel your body, and you come to very peaceful status.
Yes.
Right? What you call sukha, I guess.
Yes. That is sukha.
Yes. Yeah, that is sukha. That is now this there is another two steps in this one. I don't get the words now. This samudaya vai.
Samudaya vai. Yes.
Yeah. How do you look at that samudaya vai? What samudaya and what vai? Is that in the nama rupa? Where do you look at this samudaya and why?
Okay, very good question. So that's the reason I told you the answer is in the Maharahulavada Sutta. Okay, so the Samudayavaya in that is Rupa Vedana Sanya Sankhara Vinya.
Okay, in the five skandhas.
Five khandas. So the first khanda, if you take Ahara Samudayo, Rupa Samudayo.
Okay. Yes.
So now you see how the Ahara has come. See, now there are three steps in the whole process. So what you said is very right. So let me go step by step. So first sila. So let's say sila is taken care. Now we are coming to Satipatthana. The establishment of sati is Satipatthana. Now I am starting with Kaya Anupasana. Before the Anupasana should happen, I should do Kaya Samatha. Tranquility. Okay. Now I have to do a Kaya tranquility. The Kaya Sankhara is Asapasa. So I should stabilize the breath. The stabilization of breath happens only when you watch the breath. Otherwise, it will not stabilize.
Okay. Sure.
So Bhamaka. Yeah, go ahead.
Otherwise, all these hindrances come.
Yes.
And
so
they get over you.
Yes. So now when I am watching it like a Bhamakaro Bhamakarante Vasiva, like an apprentice of a carpenter, the first hindrance that comes is Visiki Icha. Doubt. Am I doing it correctly or am I not doing it correctly? Whether it is there in the sutta, it is not there in the sutta. Is it in this tradition, that tradition? Is it is Sri Lankan or it is Burmese or this is Thai or this is this or this is that? There's so many confusion. Whether it's Anariya, Ariya.
Yes.
So many things
various
will
kind
come.
of various kind of teachers also teach various ways. So
Yes.
then you get confused. Then
Yes.
Vichikicha comes. Yes.
Visikicha
Then
comes.
what I did was, I gave up all that. I looked at the sutta, and sutta,
Correct.
as you explained, is very well explains where you have to look at. It is
Correct.
like this Pamakaras, the simile.
Correct. Simile. Yes, that's correct. So now I first have to address Visikicha. Now, how do I know I'm correctly doing it? You should have calmness in the breath. See, another problem. Some people say breath watching is anariya. Some people say it is ariya. So first thing I did is to throw both of them outside. I don't want to categorize it as anariya, ariya, whatever it is. Breath is a breath. There's nothing called as anariya breath and ariya breath. Even if he's an ariya, he's going to breathe, and if he's anariya also, he's going to breathe. So breathing is a common thing. Forget all about it. Okay, so the mind becomes calm. Okay. Then, if I get that calmness of the breath, I shouldn't stick to the calmness of the breath. It's only to calm the breath. Now I have to be ready for vipassana. The first vipassana I need to do is the 5 khandhas. How do I do it? The first thing I need to see is whether I am having feeling of I am. Sakkaya Ditti is there or not there? That is the first thing I need to do. Okay, how do I do it? So there are 4 questions which Buddha asked to practice. Only on Rupa I have to take, forget Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana, that will come later. First we'll take only the Rupa. Why? It is associated with the body, Kaya. So he asked this first question. I have to ask myself this first question. What is the first question? Rupam attato samanapussati. Rupam attato samanapussati. Rupa, form. This is the form. From head to the tip of the leg. Am I feeling this is my body? This is vipassana, not samatha. This is vipassana. So I can do one thing. I can sit in front of a camera like this, or I can sit in front of the mirror. I don't have to be closed eyes and doing it. I can watch it like this. The moment I watch that person sitting there and I feel attracted to that person, it means I have Sakkaya Ditti.
I am there.
I have Sakkaya Ditti. What will I do? White hairs are coming. How? The beard is coming, so tomorrow I'll shave. Then this white hair coming here. I think I'll use some hair dye and make it. That means Sakkaya Ditti.
Sakkaya.
Rupam attato samanupassati. Second one is most interesting one. Rupavantam va attanam. Now I feel Rupavanta. I feel so nice of having what? Teeth, mustache, this one, skin, bones, hair, everything I want. So, Rupavantam va attanam. Attani va Rupam. Now I feel I am within this body. This is my body. I look very good looking, Rupavanta. Then I live within this body. This is my home. This one, my home. Rupasmim va attanam. Asmimana has come. Ego. How good Rupa I am. So I will ask you a question. How old do you think I am? Let's see what you answer.
It's by maybe mid-40s.
Mid-40s. Perfect. Okay. What do you think, Champika?
It's just a mere guess.
Yeah, you just have to guess. Nothing you can do.
I will say 58 or 60.
My God. Okay, good. What do you think, Bante? Mid-40s, she's made me 60. Okay, next. Hey, by the way, this
You
is
are not
not
looking
painted.
sick.
At 60, this will all become white. This is not painted one, so don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry. You guessed whatever you want to guess. That's fine. Bante, what do you think?
Mm. 49.
49. Okay. Good. So, how do you guess? Is the question. You are guessing
By
by the
looking.
skin,
Yes.
your
The appearance.
appearance, right? So, Champika, I'm not 60. That-
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. But I'm not in my 40 either.
Bad guess.
Okay, so yeah, he told me almost closer. It's 49 what he said, but I will become 52 this year.
Oh.
Okay. So, what is jara? What happens here is that the body slowly decays is one way and body fast decaying is another way. So, Champika, what you say is right. That means my body is decaying very fast. Like if you keep the food in the refrigerator, it will not decay that fast. If you keep it outside, it will decay very fast. Okay. So now, Rupa, Rupam, Attato Samanupasati. So when I ask this question, what is my age? If I have a liking to know whether I'm young or old, that is Sakkaya Ditti.
Sakai.
That's a test for me,
Yeah.
not for you.
Yeah.
You might tell me you are 70. It shouldn't hurt me. If it is hurting me, it is dvesha. If what Nayak is saying that I am 40 is raga. Rupavantam va attanam. It has come to the second one now. I am looking, am I not looking smart? Or am I not looking young? So Bante said I am 49. Still better, right? 3 years. Mid 40 is what he said. I'll take 45. So good. And you said 60. I don't like you, Champika. Next time, I'll not ask you anything. You, you, you really broke my heart. Why? Because I am staying inside this body.
Yes.
Otherwise, I have no problem. But I am staying inside this body. The more it is getting decayed, my death is very near. And it creates asmimana. Rupasmim attato samanupasat. This is the practice I need to do all the time. So that's the reason I keep on asking this question to everyone whom I meet. How much, what is my age? So they guess. I will see what happens inside me, not what you say. I don't have Sakkaya Ditti, or I have Sakkaya Ditti. Who will come to know? Whether you know or I know, I should know. It's not about reading theory. that Sakkaya Ditti will go away, Visikicha will go away, Sila Bhatta Paramasa will go away, and then he's a Sotapanna. No, I need to see. If you tell me, Vilas, since you don't have hairs, I think you're 60. Okay. Kesa is what? Patavi Dhatu. There or not there, do I have control over it? No. Anatta Lakhana. So why should I be bothered of what you are saying? Or why should I be bothered about what Nayak is saying also? Or why should I be bothered about what Bhante is saying? I don't have to be bothered. If I am not bothered, mind, chitta, yasyana, kampati. No kampana, shaking like this. So there is no asoka. Soka is not there. Soka parideva dukkha domana supayasa sambhavanti is not there. It's not there right now as I speak. And so it is happiness. Why? It did not affect me. Whatever you said, he said mid 40, he said 49, you said 60. Okay, why not? Make me 100 also. How does it matter? Make me 50. Oh, sorry, not 50, 35 or 25. It doesn't care. Why? Because in the chitta, this is not appearing. What is not appearing? Rupam attaton na samanupasati. That means he is not getting that. So he's become Arya Puggala because he is not getting this. If I test it like that, then Ajjata is done. Okay. And also the next question what he asked, arising, passing away. Samudaya, where? Samudaya, this body has come. Samudaya, where? Is going away, right?
Okay. Yes.
So when you ask me, when I ask you the age, you said 50. 50 is gone. And Champika, you said 60. That means if I were to live 100 years, 60 is gone. The candle has burnt out 60%. So what remains is only 40%. Where? Samudaya, where? It's there in everything. Everything, Samudaya, where? So if Nayak didn't have this white hairs here, he never had it. He was for 20, 30 years ago, you wouldn't have seen any white hairs on his eyebrows. What he can do, poor guy. Now he has white hairs. He can only paint it if he wants. To cover that up. But you Sakkaya Ditti. The moment I take a paintbrush and blacken it, Sakkaya Ditti is there. So I am not a Sotapanna. I might know the Dhamma, but I am not a Sotapanna. So only proof of Sotapanna is if you give me in any way the 5 aggregates, I will not be attached to 5 aggregates. So when I was in Sri Lanka, I had gone to this Vaharaka temple in Anuradhapura. There I met one Thero. So we had a lot of discussion. In that discussion, he told me, you are a Jati Sotapanna for sure. I said, okay. I did not take it too seriously. I wanted to work it out myself and see whether I am a Sotapanna or not in the first place. Then I found out, yes, 100% that is true. At least I will not be born in the 4 apayas. Confirmed case. Yeah. Confirmed case. And then I started testing whether I am a Sakadagami or not. Like that. And then started testing whether I am an Anagami or not. I have still not reached Arhat. But I know if somebody tells me something, I know what happens inside. That much I know. So coming back to this. So the Ajjatta Bahidda and before that is Samudaya Vaya. You can practice. So now when I see Champika, if I am taking her to be a woman, And if I tell her age and she says, no, Vilas, I'm not that old or this young or whatever it is, then she's not a Sotapanna. Why? There is a grasping of aggregate. So first is Rupa. Then we come to Vedana. Then we have to do the same thing with Vedana. Vedana attato samanupasati. Vedavantam va attanam. Attani va Vedana. Vedasmim va attanam. Then we have to come to Sanya. Sanya attato samanupasati. Sanyavantam va attanam. Attani va Sanya. Then Sanya Sanyasmim va attanam. Atta. So then Sankhara. Same thing we have to do with Sankhara, same thing with Vijnana. Then we have to do 13 stages. Atita, Anagata, Pachuppana, Ajjatta, Vahida, Olarika, Sukhuma, Hina, Panita, Santike, Dure. If we do that, then we have done the first part of Satipatthana. With Kaya, with Vedana, with Kaya, Vedana, Chitta, Dhamma, all the four. So the Satipatthana has been established in the 5 aggregates. So then we know the Kaya in Kaya. So Kayasmin Viharati. Atapi sampajano satima vineya loke abhijja domanasa. So the abhijja and domanasa are gone. This is the practice. So for that we require another sutta to do it, which is MN 62 Maharagavata Sutta.
Yes.
So it's now 10:12. So let us end for today. Otherwise, I think our Dhamma discussion can go up till midnight.
Yes. Very interesting.
Yeah, we can again meet tomorrow and we can go with that. No problem. Okay. All right. So this is so the practice again. I will tell you before you sleep or do whatever. Is that breath touching? You will get obstacle. First obstacle is Visikiccha. Then you get sleepy. Hina mida. And the head will be going like this if you are doing a closed eyes meditation. Get hina mida. Then you get kukucha. You get a remorse feeling, meaning guilty feeling. Then you get udacha, restlessness. With all of these friends coming, they bring in vyapada. So you keep on torturing yourself. Oh, I am no good, I shouldn't have done this, I should have done that, all that will happen. Then the kama chanda will come, which will spoil everything. So now you have 5 hindrances. And to this 5 hindrance, you get avijja. Okay. Along with avijja, you get dasa akusala. And that will spoil your satipatthana. So you get into hindrance and hindrance and hindrance and hindrance and hindrance. So we need to see how to remove the hindrance for yourself. I can tell you my step, but you have to find out what you are getting as a hindrance and what is that stopping you. So the first one you're going to get is Visikiccha, doubt. It will make you not to establish in anything. You will read this sutta, then that sutta, then that sutta, then this one and this book and that book and this one and this thero, that video, this discourse, that discourse, this desana, that desana, like that, going in circles, which is Visikiccha. ultimately you get tired, which is thinamida. You get tired of it. You say, oh, forget it. Then with that you get kukucha. Then you get udacha. Then you get vyapada. Then you get kamachanda. Over. It's like a game over. Right? So you have to watch the breath, just touching wherever it is touching. Don't have doubt. If the doubt comes, you say, this is my practice. I am going to do exactly this only. And you have to be on that. Then it breaks. So now if you get a doubt, you have to read Anāpānasati Katha, where Sariputta explains where to see the breath. So you know it is not false. So you read that section only and leave the rest. You don't have to go through all the other whatever we were discussing, because it's too much of theory. You can't remember also. Leave that. Just this section where he says a tree and a saw blade and how it is going, or bhamakaro bhamakarante vasiva in satipatthana. Sufficient. But touch. Passa pachaya vedana. Not just vedana. Passa pachaya vedana. You should only see the passa, not the vedana. Only the passa. If you see going here, then coming out, it is vedana. Yam vedeti tam sanjanati, yam sanjanati tam vitaketi, yam vitaketi, all will go away. Only the passa. That is satipatthana. Only the passa. The contact point. That is where the world comes to be. The six senses comes to be. Ayatana gets created at passa. Because of the vinyana. So, avidya pache sankhara, sankhara pache vinyana, vinyana pache namarupa pache salayatana pache passa. So, this circle of salayatana with passa we need to see. Because when the vedana comes, the raga, dvesha, moha gets developed. And then the tanha, then the upadana, then the bhava, then the jati, then the jaramarana. So you can't do anything. Where you can stop? You can stop at namarupa with vinyana, the best thing. Or you have to stop at passa. With that you get upekha. When you get upekha, no vedana. That's it. That's Nibbana. No vedana, no sanya is sanya vedaita nirodha. Because of the passa pussa, you get jati jara marana. So without the passa, there is no jati. No jati, sanjati, vakkanti, abhinibhatti and all that. Just only passa. Point of contact. Everything is a point of contact. So that's a practice. Don't forget. Tomorrow we'll meet. We'll continue further on the practice itself. Anāpānasati. Bhante, are you okay with that? I don't know whether I achieved in what you wanted to achieve on this one.
Yes, that's notice the pasta is the but we are feeling Vedana. That's the problem.
No,
How we
that's not a
contact
problem.
the
You'll have Vedana. You have to watch the Vedana. But in the Vedana, there are three Vedanas. Sukha Vedana, Dukkha Vedana, and Adukka Sukha Vedana. The three Vedana. But you see the Ahara in the Putta Mamsa Sutta. What he says? Hasta Ahara. He doesn't say Vedana Ahara. Hassa Ahara. Kabalinka Ahara. Hassa Dutiyo. Mano Sanchetana Tatiya. Vinyana Ahara Chatutta. 4 Ahara. If you say ahara samudaya, rupa samudayo, it is all these four ahara: kabalinka ahara, passa ahara, mano sanchetana ahara, vijnana ahara. So if I concentrate only on Vedana, it's good, but there are 3 Vedanas minimum, and then there are 6 senses, so there are 18 Vedana now. In each one senses there is Vedana. Chakku, Sota, Ghana, like that, you have 18 Vedana. What will you do? How will you practice 18 Vedana? 18 Vedana into 3, you'll go mad. Then there is 36 into 3, 108 Vedana. Then you have a Gahapati Vedana, then you have recluse Vedana, so it becomes too much. Phassa is the contact. Without Phassa, there is no Vedana. If you go on the Phassa, remaining thing is taken care. Yes, there is Vedana. I agree. You will get Vedana. So, Rupa Vedana Sanya Sankhara Vijnana, you see what he says. Phassa Samudayo, Vedana Samudayo. Phassa Samudayo, Sanya Samudayo. Phassa Samudayo, Sankhara Samudayo. It is on the foundation of Phassa, only these 3 will come. So what you should see is Rupa, Phassa, Namarupa. That's all. Ahara, Phassa, Namarupa. Namarupa Samudayo, Vijnana Samudayo. So when I say Samudaya, I need to only see at Ahara, Phassa, Namarupa. Then I can work out on the Nirodha. Ahara Nirodho, Rupa Nirodho. Phassa Nirodho, Vedana Nirodho, Sanya Nirodho, Sankhara Nirodho. Namarupa Nirodho, Vijnana Nirodho. Now I have practiced correctly the 5 aggregates, Khanda, using Satipatthana. So if I say Ajjata, it is the 5 Khandas. Bahidda, 5 Khandas. Iti Ajjatam va kaye kayana pasi viharati, iti Bahidda va kaye kayana pasi viharati, iti Ajjatta Bahidda va kaye kayana pasi viharati. Both Ajjatta Bahidda is only 5 Khandas. So whomever I am seeing is only 5 Khandas. Yes, Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. No person. So, no raga, no dvesha, no moha. In the khanda, there is no raga, dvesha, moha. In the upadana, there is raga, dvesha, moha. Upadana pachaya bhava. That is the cause of the bhava. That is the cause of the jati, jara, marana. So, if I don't have the khanda, upadana itself, that means the previous one is tanha. And that previous one is Vedana. And that previous one is Salaytana. And the previous one is like that. I can go. Sorry. Vedana previous is Phassa. Phassa previous is Salaytana. Salaytana previous is Namarupa. Namarupa previous is Vijnana. Vijnana previous is Avidya. Avidya previous is Asava. So the Asava is the one I have to remove. Asava Khaya Jnana. I am Arhat. So the Patisamutpada will stop. So the difference between an Anagami and Arhat is the Asavas are there, here Asavas are not there. So Asava Khaya Jnana will give Arhat Phala Samapatti. So now I can verify with the Sutta. Is my road correct or wrong? It is correct. Oh.
Excuse me, to
Yes.
stop at Phassa, all what we have to do is not enjoying the
Vedana.
that is Vedana.
You shouldn't enjoy Vedana. For that, you need to know the Phassa point. The contact point you need to see in all the 6 senses. Tinna Sangati Phasso, that you have to see. See, there is one sutta where where the bhikkhus explain to the Buddha about what is the starting, what is the middle, what is the end, and what is the middle. So he says Phassa, one side, Phassa Samudayo, another side, Phassa Nirodho, the middle, and craving, Tanha, is that which will stitch it. For the Vedana to come, you should have Phassa. If there is a Vedana, you will get a Sukha Vedana, Dukkha Vedana, Adukha Sukha Vedana.
Yeah.
How will you know what to do now? Because of the Phassa. If you know the Phassa, you can take something, you can take care of the Vedana. If the Vedana is already there, the Tanha automatically comes. To cut the Tanha, you need to first look at the Phassa.
Yeah, true. Got it. Thanks so much.
Sure. So there is a practice. No, how do you do the Phassa? There is a practice for that. Phassa. Tomorrow we will see how to practice on Phassa. And then if you feel Phassa is not there, then we can do the Vedana itself, which is what Vipassana of Goenka and so many things is on Vedana, on the body, Kaya Vedana. That is the Vipassana of Goenka, Ubakin, or Pak tradition, whatever traditions we have, they are only on Vedana, on the Kaya Vedana, not on all the senses, only on Kaya.
Correct.
So the 10-day course will be only on Kaya, the Vedana which is coming on the Kaya, observing the Vedana on the Kaya, but not the Phassa, but Phassa Pachaya Vedana. And the Phassa includes what? Chakuncha Paticcha Rupecha Upajati Chakku Vinyanam Tinna Sangati Phasso. That we are missing. Kayancha Paticcha Puttabbecha Upajati Kaya Vinyanam Tinna Sangati Phasso. Then the Vedana comes. So the Vinyana has to be there for the Phassa to happen. And that should have, then only the Vedana will come. Without the Vinyana, there can't be any Phassa, any Vedana.
Vedana.
Tinna Sangati Phasso, that Phassa point you have to see. That is what Sariputta says, that you should look at the touch point of the breath. And then you see the Tinna Sangati Phasso. Kaya, Paticca, Pattabba, touch, Upajjati, Kaya Vinyana, that portion Vinyana has come. Tinna Sangati Phasso, contact. It's the contact point. The breath will be moving like this, wherever it is touching. So you just look at a touch point, there's a point. Then you will see the long and short. If you are also, I'm also going along with that, then where it is, you can't find the long and short. If you stay still, you can see the long and short. This is long or this is short. Okay, anyway, it's already, I got a warning sign also from my Dhamma teacher.
Okay.
It's time to sleep. Okay, good night then. See you tomorrow.
Okay, good night. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
So-
Cheravan sir, night.
Apramanaku, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye, Bante.
Bye.
Bye, 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 bye.